Assalamu alaikum, dear students. How are you? I hope you will all be fine. So today we have to start the active and passive voice with simple future tense. So what is a simple future tense? When what is a positive sentence with simple future tense? Whenever we write a positive sentence with simple future tense, we write subject plus will plus first form of the verb plus object. He will build a new house next year. And if we have to change it into passive voice, the structure formula will be that the object of the active sentence will come in the beginning of the sentence, will be plus third form of the verb, and then subject of the active sentence will come. So the passive sentence of simple future tense will be a new house will be built by him next year. Then we have one more construction in the case of simple future tense, and that is going to, are going to, or am going to. So the active sentence with such kind of construction is that first is subject, then is, are, am plus going to plus first form of the verb plus object. So the sentence will be he is going to build a new house next year. If you have to change it into passive voice, the structure formula is this, and in this way you can easily change into from active to passive voice. If we want to change a negative sentence from active to passive voice, so the active negative sentence of the simple future tense will be subject plus will not plus first form of the verb plus object. Always remember this thing, students, that with will and shall, we always use the first form of the verb. So the active sentence will be he will not, or the construction of will not can also be used, that is won't, build a new house before 2017. So the structure formula of the passive sentence is over here, as you can see on your screen. Learn the structure formula before you change it from active into passive. So it will be easy for you people just to change it from active into passive. Then we have interrogative sentences in the case of simple future tense. The active sentence with the interrogative sentences will be will come in the beginning of the sentence, then will come subject plus first form of the verb and object. Will he build a new house next year? And the structure formula, just to change it from active into passive voice, is over here, in which will come in the beginning of the sentence, and right after will we have object of the active sentence, and then rest of the sentence will be written. Will a new house be built by him next year? So the most important thing is that the structure formula in case of all the kinds of sentences, whether they are positive, negative, or interrogative, they should be there in your mind. Until and unless you know the structure formula, you cannot change them from active into passive. Then we have the structure over here, negative interrogative with will. Sometimes we have negative interrogative sentences. So the active sentence will not plus subject plus first form of the verb plus object. Won't he build a new house next year? So in this case, whenever you see a negative interrogative sentences here, you will always use contraction of will not. Won't will be used over here, and then you will put the structure formula, and the sentence will be won't a new house be built by him next year. So try to learn all these structure formulas by heart. So in this way, there will be no mistake at all. Here we have some sentences where you have to use isn't, aren't, or am not. So if you want to change it into interrogative sentences, so the structure formula will be isn't, aren't plus subject plus going to plus first form of the verb plus object. And if you have to change it into passive sentence, so the structure formula of the passive sentence is over here. So you can easily change it from passive into, from active into passive sentence. Sometimes we have interrogative sentences with WH words, which are also called question words. So whenever you see that a sentence is beginning with some question word, so always remember that when you will change it from active into passive, always the question word or WH word will come in the beginning of the sentence, and then rest of the sentence will be written according to the structure formula which is mentioned over here. So in this way, where will a new house be built by him next year? You can easily put the structure formula and you can change your sentence from active into passive. If you have question words and you have to change them with going to construction, so here is the structure formula. Where is he going to build a new house next year? Because we have already discussed that going to does also have the meaning of future tense. So we can also use it in the place of will. So the structure formula you have to use, which is mentioned over here, and then you can easily change the active sentence to passive sentence. So I hope that today's lecture, you must have learned all the structured formulas, how to change all the kinds of sentences from active into passive with the future, simple future tense. Okay, students, Allah Hafiz.